Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gender Chronicles, where we take you through an excursion into the complex web of relations between the sexes, equipping you to navigate them with confidence and insight. If there is one take-home message for you in this video, it is this. In the current dating market, women are, by choice, luxurious commodities consumed and discarded by the leisure class. In the restless chase for social validation, men of the leisure class have long pursued luxurious commodities, not from any inherent value in the goods themselves, but from an insatiable desire to demonstrate their superior status to their peers. Thorstein Veblen, with his razor-sharp sociological insight, elucidated this phenomenon brilliantly in his theory of the leisure class. Luxurious goods, according to Veblen, hold their value precisely because they are beyond the financial reach of ordinary men. The more extravagant the object, the more potent its signal of status, power, and wealth. If we are to scrutinize the current social landscape through the incisive lens of Veblen's theory, the troubling conclusion surfaces that in contemporary Western society, women themselves have become such commodities, by choice, I might add. Observing the behavior fostered by modern dating culture, especially through the transparent and ruthless mechanics of dating apps, reveals an uncomfortable yet undeniable reality. The overwhelming majority of women consciously target only the highest echelon of men, the richest, most desirable 10%. Statistical realities do not lie. Approximately 90% of women energetically cluster around this narrow band of affluent males, leaving the vast majority of ordinary men relegated to invisibility. These regular men have been stripped of their social worth, openly dismissed by the prevailing narrative pushed by women who vocally assert that these average males simply do not merit their attention or companionship. They are dusty, they are ugly, they are broke, they are short. They don't have six figures both patently and imaginatively. Thus think most females of ordinary men these days. The sisterhood has no eyes for them. One cannot help but ask bluntly, in the tradition of fearless reasoning that defines masculine social science, what does this behavior signify about the nature and self-conception of contemporary women? If indeed women gravitate exclusively toward the affluent leisure class, then they have willingly transformed themselves into commodities, luxurious goods whose worth is predicated solely on exclusivity, affordability, and the social status they confer upon their owners. They become markers of prestige, as disposable and transient in value as the latest model of a luxury car or an ostentatiously expensive timepiece. This commodification of women is not enforced from without, but rather emerges from within their own socially conditioned, hypergamous preferences. Even women who are economically independent and materially secure insistently seek relationships only with men who surpass them in wealth, status, or social power. It is a phenomenon rooted deeply in evolutionary psychology and amplified by modern media's glamorization of wealth and opulence. The average man, despite his dignity, decency, and humanity, holds no currency in this brutal economy of social prestige. He can't afford $500 dinner dates. He doesn't make six figures. He doesn't have 6 feet and 6 inches. He doesn't have a yacht or private jet. Further complicating the scenario is the nature of the leisure class itself. For these privileged men have little to no incentive to commit to any single woman. Why would they? The sheer abundance of their options precludes the necessity of exclusivity or long-term commitment. It is a buffet, a candy store of women jostling and fiercely competing for the privilege of being consumed and discarded by the top 10% of men. Within the leisure class, conspicuous wastefulness is not merely an extravagance, but a requisite lifestyle. To maintain their status among their peers, these men habitually discard what they acquire, no matter how luxurious or valuable, demonstrating their superiority through casual acts of extravagant waste. Thus, women who choose to position themselves as commodities inevitably become casualties of this relentless cycle of acquisition and disposal, the cycle of rich men's conspicuous consumption of luxurious goods. Their value, derived purely from their scarcity and expense, diminishes rapidly once the fleeting novelty of ownership subsides. The leisure class men, driven not by need but by the ruthless dictates of social competition, routinely discard them, rendering their social worth fleeting, transient, and tragically disposable. Yes, I said it. In the wasteful consumption lifestyle of the leisure class, women become disposable. In this starkly utilitarian calculus, women become nothing more than temporary trophies, devoid of lasting human dignity or genuine intrinsic value. Their worth is measured solely by the status they temporarily confer upon the wealthy men who possess them. The societal implications of this reality are bleak. Women reduce themselves to commodities, the vast majority of men disenfranchised and invisible, and a leisure class perpetually bored by its endless parade of luxuries. That is, the endless parade of commodified women. This, then, is the bitter fruit born from the logic of conspicuous consumption and hypergamous desire. A society structured around such corrosive principles inevitably corrodes human dignity, reducing relationships to transactional interactions devoid of genuine intimacy or lasting value. The liberation once promised to women by economic independence and social freedom paradoxically results in the dehumanization of women into luxury goods, traded, displayed, and discarded by men who regard wastefulness as the ultimate expression of their privilege. In sum, women in this stark social reality are no longer valued as companions or equals. They have become trophies of social conquest, the ultimate Veblenian good, luxurious, disposable, and tragically empty in their fleeting grandeur. So what do you think? Do you agree that women are, by choice, luxurious objects consumed and discarded by the leisure class of men? Leave us a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your loved ones. Let us keep the conversation going and change the world one video at a time. Thank you for watching.